A very unique perspective on the death of the man known as the Unabomber. Authorities say Ted Kaczynski died over the weekend by suicide at a medical prison right here in North Carolina, and where he had been for some time with late-stage cancer. Kaczynski was serving several life sentences for the attacks that stretched from the 70s into the 90s, which killed 3 people and injured 23 others. Well, his last victim was Gilbert Murray, a man who was killed back in 1995 in California. And we had the chance to speak with Murray's sister, who was a longtime North Carolina resident. Well, Queen City News anchor Derek Dellinger spoke with her. And Derek, it took her a while, really, to come to terms with what happened to her brother, right?
Yes, in fact, 15 years. And while Ted Kaczynski's death is one of the main stories over the last week, we did ask her about her reaction to it. But as you'll see, that is not the focus of this story.
He was a practical joker. One of my favorite stories is that he sucked the filling out of a Hostess Twinkie and put a note that said brother was here, put it back in the Twinkie, back in the package, and back in the paper bag.
If you ever wanted to know anything about Gilbert Murray, one of his sisters, Barbara, has a lot to share, stories that extend across the years.
He really loved the trees. I got to go up and visit, and he showed me a beaver dam, and they had an eagle's nest.
Barbara Murray says her brother was a good man, a man who did not deserve what happened to him. Back in 1995, her brother was killed by a bomb by a man who was then known as the Unabomber, later known as Ted Kaczynski. Gilbert Murray was his last victim.
My mom knew that my brother was killed because she said that he hadn't called to tell her that it wasn't him, and she knew that was, that was it, because he was a good son.
In the 30 years since all this, there's been the arrest, the trial, the sentencing for the man who killed her brother. For a while, it was a blur.
I just was angry. I was so angry, and it was so violent and so bad and so dark that actually the only thing that kept me going was that I knew the sun would come up the next day.
Barbara Murray credits trauma therapy for letting her come to terms with what happened. She says the anger she had, she didn't really want to let go of because she felt at the time that it would mean letting go of her brother. She says she expressed that anger through creative outlets, but those outlets in the years since have become more peaceful. She wrote and illustrated a booklet on grief, and she's also taken to writing and illustrating children's books. Her art also shows a unique focus.
Top corner is my brother's picture, surrounded with gold.
The news this week brought Ted Kaczynski back in the spotlight.
I have a goal that I've accomplished because the Unabomber died. I wanted to outlive him, which is, that's goal number 1. Now, goal number 2 is he died when he was 81 and I'm 70. So I got 11 years on the next goal. But I will outlive him.
And as far as her reaction to his death,
the best revenge is to live a good life.
And as we mentioned, Barbara Murray was a longtime North Carolina resident. She has since moved out west. Her family, though, and by extension, Gilbert Murray's extended family, still lives here in North Carolina.